Joel, we're back. One of your clients specifically asked about this topic. I'm not going to name him.
I am going to name him. It's Daryl Jackson.
Daryl,
this one's for you.
we are looking at building a prospect list and prospect profile because the business is personal and because it really does require some very specific direction. Who are my prospects as a cleaning company? We got to get a little more nitty gritty. How do you lead this?
It's basically a two-headed monster.
Do tell.
So the first one is, where do we even find people? I know that we've done other podcasts that talk about how you generate long-term relationships a lot along the lines of prospecting. And where we find these types of people are going to Chamber of Commerce events, mixers, being part of a strong contact group such as a BNI where there's just one seat per category, and you build those relationships and you flat out ask, I'm looking to be introduced to so-and-so at such and such a company. When someone can be introduced to somebody, rather than picking up the phone and saying, hi, Ray, this is Joel from, are you interested? And I'm usually hearing the phone get hung up on me mid-sentence. You want a warm introduction to somebody because now they know who you are, and you're hoping that that third party is going to make that introduction so there's some catalyst that has happened. But it even goes deeper than that. If you already have clients, and hopefully, if you're listening to this, you at least have started your business and you do have some clients. Even if you have 2 clients, you can develop a profile. What industry do these clients work in? What are you cleaning? Are you cleaning a auto dealership? Are you cleaning a movie theater? Are you cleaning an apartment complex? Are you cleaning residential homes? Knowing that vertical that you're working in is a huge advantage because a lot of companies might go, well, I'm just going to take everything that comes my way.
There's a mistake.
And exactly, did that early in my career, and then it's very hard to train because every type of industry has differences about it. Are you dealing with an office manager, a practice manager, a CEO, a CFO, a facilities manager, a receptionist, a shipping clerk? In the cleaning world, it's more diverse on the types of people that you have to talk to. Where do these people go? Are they married? Do they have significant others? What zip codes might they live in? Do they have children? What events do they like to attend? Are they part of golf tournaments? Are they at a country club? Are they going to a blue-collar bar? Are they going to a play? Are they going to a show? Do they go to the movies? So you want to really try to develop a profile so you know exactly what you're looking for. Because the better you know your client, the better you can refine yourself to be able to talk to that type of individual. Are you talking to males? Are you talking to females? What are their age demographic? Are they Gen X? Baby boomers, millennials, Gen Z? Who are the decision makers that you're talking to? Learn about that and be able to talk the talk, because when you can talk the talk and you get people to understand that you understand them, they're more apt to do business with you. And I often have talked to other individuals, one of my good friends and that we've done a podcast with, Mike Vigiani.
Oh, yeah.
He and I have a blast talking together. He was an engineer and a facilities manager for one of my clients when I started my career, when I was in my early 20s. Now in my late 50s, and we're still friends, and we still talk. And you've seen us sit down and just off camera, just chit chat, and boy, do we get into depth of conversations about building maintenance. And everybody else just kind of looks at us like, how are these guys talking that deep? Because I've learned to talk the talk of the people that I need to do business with. And when you have that, you build that trust. And once you build that trust, it's so much easier to ask for the sale. And they're going to want to purchase what you are and have because you can talk their talk.
You know, Joel, when they really do know you, they are much more likely to pass your name on and refer you.
Absolutely. And that is how you build a really effective business.
You know, Joel, there's a companion piece that we're developing specifically for this. You want to talk about that?
Companions, yay! The better you know your clients, you can put your current clients in it. And then when you go to these mixer events and everything else, then you can start putting in and seeing how the other people you meet fit in. With this profile builder, just to give you a couple of ideas, like what type of business are they in the vertical? Are they a car dealership, like I said earlier? Are they a manufacturer? Are they in industrial? Is it a Class A office space? You know, how many employees, how big is their building? And it'll be well worth your while, because if you start building this, you are going to be able to work in the verticals that you become very efficient, effective at.
This Excel file is something you can use and reuse for every client, It helps you build a profile with all the actionable information that you really need to track who are your best clients and where will you find them. You'll find the link for this 99-cent download in the description below.
Excellent. Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.